August, a radical jihadist emerged from a train bathroom on a train from Amsterdam to Paris. The jihadist, later identified as Ayub el-Kazani, and had an AK-47 strapped to his chest, 9 extra clips of ammunition, a pistol, and a knife. Kazani was spotted and tackled by a currently unnamed French passenger. Passenger Mark Mulligan tried to help overpower Kazani but took a bullet to the neck. After Kazani severely injured the passengers, 3 Americans, along with the help of Chris Norman, a British businessman, tied up Kazani and made sure that he remained incapacitated. All 6 men were awarded the Legion of Honor, France's highest honor. President Holland said that the heroism must be an example for many and a source of inspiration.
Over 20 people were killed on the 20th of August in Nepal's Kailani district. The violence was caused when people from specific districts in Nepal protested as they were against the new constitution that would divide Nepal into 6 federal states. Although the Nepal have wanted an autonomous state with more freedom, they oppose new constitution as it fails to take into consideration the marginalized communities, including the Madhesis and Tharus. This plan resulted in a major backlash, causing havoc and a lot of violence within the country, as some districts that excluded and others with similar ethnic, familial and linguistic ties do not want to be divided. The protests have caused one of the biggest surges in violence since the civil war in 2006. The government hasn't taken any drastic actions ever since the backlash, and at this point the government is unsure of how to react. People believe that the deal proposed was a way to delay any major change. However, the government justifies its action by stating that the deal was an attempt towards helping rebuild Nepal after the earthquake. Civilians are protesting and demanding for the government to hear their wants for federalism, especially those whose families were destroyed by the protests.
On Sunday, the 23rd of August, the terrorist group ISIS of the Islamic State blew up the ancient Baal-Shaman temple in the city of Palmyra in Syria. ISIS had taken control of the city back in May, sparking fear for the safety of the site. The temple was considered one of the ancient world's most important cultural centers, being built almost 2,000 years ago, and along with the city as a whole, was a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known as the Pearl of the Desert. According to Syrian authorities, the inner chambers of the temple were blown up, causing the entire structure to collapse. The temple is yet another site that the Islamic State has destroyed in Syria and Iraq. The militants believe any shrines or statues implying the existence of another deity are sacrilegious and should be destroyed. Their abominable attitude towards religious heritage is infuriating the world.
To almost all Kodai students and staff, the small shop across the school gate, commonly referred to as a bus, is used for simple everyday purchases. However, students have been noticing that the shop has been charging over the MRP, or maximum retail price. Under the Consumer Goods Act 2006, certain guidelines have been provided so that the consumer cannot be charged over the maximum retail price printed on the goods by the manufacturer. A poll conducted by the KIS news team showed that over 70% of students shop at a bus at least once a week. 68% of those people acknowledge the fact that they have been overcharged by the retailers. However, only 55% of the students say that they would insist on paying the MRP. To further investigate on this topic, the KIS news team looked into this matter with an experiment. The results were astonishing. In the experiment, a KIS student went to a bus and purchased 2 items, a Twix bar and a Snickers bar, and requested a bill before paying. The KIS news team discovered that both the food items purchased were being sold above the MRP. The Twix bar cost 10 rupees higher and the Snickers bar was 5 rupees more. We even found the MRP price was blatantly scratched off for one of the products, which is against the law. With this discovery, the fact remains that students will pay the price they are asked to pay, regardless of the MRP. It seems that this immoral business attitude can only change if the Kodai community insists on fair pricing.